Frank Lawler from EuroLeague.net here with Theodoros Papaloukas on the night before another title game in the EuroLeague. This is what you guys worked for all year. Played a tough semifinal and came from behind, and are playing an old foe, an old rival that everybody knows is a great rivalry, Maccabi Tel Aviv. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's final?
A final is always a final. The two teams that they show bigger character in the semifinals qualified, and now we have a very difficult game against Maccabi that they achieved to come back from a 15 points minus game. But we've been here before, we know how to play these games, we have a great experience, and tomorrow it's 40 minutes for one more title.
When we saw these two experienced teams come from behind in the semifinals, I was wondering, is it better to play with a big lead or is it better to play close? When you get in these kind of games, is there some comfort zone that you try to reach on the court as soon as possible?
The important is to control the game. If you control the game, you know that you're gonna take it on the moment that you want it. That's especially for teams like Maccabi and CSKA, they're big teams. The important is to control the game. And yesterday CSKA showed in the second half that we know that we were back, and everybody understood after the beginning of the second half that we had more chance to win. If everything was going normal, we scored some shots, and it was very hard for CSKA to lose because we know how to play these kind of games. We've been here a lot of times.
You have Maccabi tomorrow. Some teams didn't expect that team to make it this far, but what have you learned about Maccabi that you can use to your advantage from what you've seen this season?
The thing that we learned from Maccabi is that we shouldn't underestimate them. The game is 40 minutes. It doesn't matter, especially these kind of games when you play for a cup. You have to wait 40 minutes, maybe 39 minutes and 55 seconds. It's too early to start celebrating. You have to listen to the last whistle of the referees and then start celebrating.
Finally, we can't ignore the history of this weekend, and you were on the podium with 50 of the greatest personalities in European basketball history last night. How did it feel to be one of those people?
It's a great honor to be next to so important people of European basketball. Some of them I had pictures in my wall when I was a small child. Some other I didn't even have time. I was not lucky to see them playing. I just heard of them. And I'm saying this, like I said, this picture is priceless for me, and it's gonna, in 30, 40 years, I'm gonna show it to my children, grandchildren, and it's gonna show that I did something in my career.